Hi, Chef Joe with Healthy Kids Inc. and today we're going to be making a seafood paella. So we have some shrimp that we already have on skewers. We're using a little bit of sausage. If you can find clams or mussels, that's a perfect thing to add to this. We've actually already taken that into account. We didn't have any here locally that would work very well, so I'm going to omit those from today's recipe. But again, if you have a nice local seafood market or a nice vendor that has great fresh clams and mussels, feel free to add those in. Even some chunks of whitefish. If you have some in the freezer, maybe some cod or haddock, you can chop that up, throw it in. It would work just fine. But first things first, we have our grill heating over medium-high heat. We also have a large saute pan for our paella here. We don't have a traditional paella pan, which is a big round pan, normally either thrown on the grill and done that way, but a large skillet or saute pan will work just fine at home. So first things first, we're going to grill these peppers. You could use any colored pepper, it would work just fine. We're going to char these on the grill. Turn the heat up a little bit. And basically we're looking to just kind of blister the skin. Then we're going to peel it off. Also going to grill some rounds of onion. This is basically just to add a little bit of extra flavor. Okay, so we're going to let that work away for a couple of minutes. And you'll see I have a baggie standing by. What's going to happen is I'm going to grill the peppers on all sides until we get a little bit of char. It's okay even if they turn completely black. If you have a gas burner, you can actually do this over the gas and you don't have to do it on the grill. But either way, when they're nice and charred, we're going to throw them into these bags, close them up, and the steam is going to actually help us to peel off the skin. It'll leave the charred flavor. And then just pull them back out and then you can chop them up and use them. That works great in any recipe, whether you're making a spaghetti sauce and you want to add some peppers. Goes great with steak or chicken or fish or anything. Anytime you're ever going to use a bell pepper, this is a way to kind of kick it up just a little bit more and make it taste better. So got those standing by. I've also got my sausage here, which we're going to grill a little bit later. I've just pierced each of these 2 or 3 times with a knife so that they don't burst when they get hot on the grill. And again, we have our shrimp on skewers here. We're going to spray this with cooking spray and we're going to grill these up in just a little bit. Also got some olives, which we have halved. And we've actually retained some of the liquid or the brine from the olives because you never know when you'll need that. It might go into the paella here in a little bit. So we'll hang on to that. We also have our rice and chicken stock. We have some frozen veggies, in this case peas. We have some chopped fresh parsley. Some garlic that's going to get sauteed with these onions and peppers inside the paella pan here in just a minute. I'm going to flip these peppers around a little bit. They're getting a little bit of char. Onions are getting a little bit of color on them. That's what we're looking for. Our onions are just about where we want them because they are going to be sauteed more. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in a bowl. All right, so our peppers have some char on them here. And you want to be really careful when doing this because they are extremely hot. I'm going to pop this one in a bag. Let's see if I can show you what we're looking for here. They don't have to be 100% black all the way around, but you can see I've got some nice char on that. You can see on the other side there's still a little yellow left. Pop that. Maybe do 2 to a bag. Then what you want to do, close it up. You can already see the steam being trapped inside. Okay, we're going to spray our shrimp. So we still need to de-skin our peppers. This is something, again, you want to let them cool. My hands are a little tougher, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of work on it. All you're really kind of doing, that skin hasn't loosened up just yet. We'll try these. Needs a little bit longer steaming, but that skin will kind of loosen up. It doesn't all have to come off. It's okay to eat. It's even okay if you still have some of the black on there. You can go under the faucet and rinse it with cold water, and that'll kind of help you to peel it a little bit too. But again, a little bit of that skin is going to be just fine, and that's going to go in our pan here, which is getting nice and hot. We have it heating over low heat. I can go ahead. The sausage is going to take a little bit to grill, so we're going to go ahead and put it on. go ahead and pop on a couple skewers of our shrimp. I'm doing this over lower heat on the back of the grill. Just a little seasoning. Like so. Flip our sausage. Alright, I'm just going to kind of use the bag. These peppers are still really hot, so at home, very careful. I'm just kind of picking away at the skin. Again, doesn't even matter if any comes off at all. Sometimes the skin doesn't release. But what we're looking for is this charred flavor, which we have most definitely accomplished. Sausage continue to cook. Flip my shrimp. All right. Be very careful because these are really hot. Alright, so once you get these basically chopped, what we can do now is cut them down into smaller slices. Just basically working these down into bite-sized pieces. You could leave them in strips if you wanted, just depends on what kind of look you're going for. Continue flipping your sausage until it gets nice and cooked. Pop your shrimp off. Now we're ready to turn the heat up on our paella pan. I'm going to go in with our onions. Okay, we're going to let those onions go for a couple of minutes. I'm going to go ahead and go in with our peppers. Our garlic. I'm going to stir that around immediately. We don't want to burn the garlic. A couple cracks of black pepper. Get a nice char on our sausage links here. Okay, at this point, we're ready to add our chicken stock. I'm going to use about 4 cups. Okay, we're going to crank the heat on this, bring it to a boil. So I'm going to cover it. Turn the heat down on my grill. It's okay, once you get a basic char like this all the way around on your sausage, if you have a little bit of pink left like I do, might be a little pink still in the center, it's okay because it is going to go into the paella and cook. We're going to chop the sausage up. Same thing with the shrimp. If you grill it 95% of the way and it still needs a little bit of time, which shouldn't take too long, just where these shrimp are small, but if you have larger shrimp, you may encounter that and it's okay too. As long as you get the basic flavor of the grill, throw it in the pan and it'll finish cooking. I'm going to transfer my sausage now to a cutting board, let it cool. All right, our chicken stock is now boiling. We're ready to go ahead and add in our rice. Stir that up. Okay, we're going to allow this to continue to cook until our rice is done. At the last minute, we're going to add our frozen peas and olives and our fresh herbs in. We're going to add our shrimp and our sausage in close to the end as well. I'm just going to cut the sausage at a bias or at an angle into bite-sized pieces. Okay, at this point you can see the majority of our chicken stock has been absorbed by the rice. We still got a little bit of liquid. So at this point, we're ready to add in some of our other ingredients. Our sausage. We're going to go in with our shrimp. Slide these off. Just a hint of caution, if you have small children, you can easily pop these tails off. If your kids are a little bit older, that's something that you can leave up to them. Going to go in, we have some peas. And we also have our olives. I'm going to fold all of this together. Once we've folded all of it together like that, I'm going to pop the lid on. It's down now to low heat, and we're going to let this cook for another maybe 5-10 minutes tops until the sausage continues to cook through. And again, don't think just because you see a little bit of pink in sausage that it's uncooked. You can eat it that way. If you have any concerns, though, you can cook it all the way to well done. You may at some point want to add or introduce a little bit more liquid to the mix if it gets a little too thick, which you can do by either adding a little bit of chicken stock. If you have some of your liquid from your olives, you could use that, or you could use a splash or two of water, or maybe a combination of the 2 or 3, and that will reintroduce a little bit of liquid. And again, we're going to let this simmer for just a few more minutes. We'll come back and show you what it looks like, and then we'll plate it up and show you the finished product after that. All right, at this point, our paella is done. I'm going to take my fresh chopped parsley. I'll save some to garnish with. Okay, just like that. Fold this together. All right, we're going to serve this family style in a large platter. All right, once you've got it in your large platter, I'm just going to season it one last time with a little bit of salt, fresh cracked black pepper, drizzle of olive oil, and we're going to garnish a little bit more parsley over top. Just like so. All right, so now it's plated, and we'll show you the finished product in just a couple of minutes.